So let's say you're stuck in life, stuck in your job, always like overcome with a gloomy feeling, that is like this just can't be everything that life has to offer. Is this really it? Is this how it's going to be? And for most people, the answer is yes. Because people keep looking in the wrong places and ask the wrong kind of questions. Because the first thing you got to understand is that everything comes at a cost. For example, on YouTube, whenever I check out other people talking about freelancing or financial freedom, it's always about having like a Lambo in the driveway, a helicopter that flies you anywhere in the world, being at a beautiful hut in Bali with a pool and right in the jungle and all these things and nice watches and everything. But to me, actually, financial freedom just means working on my own terms, at a job that I actually enjoy doing. It doesn't mean I'm filthy rich, Of course, the potential is there, but what is most important to me is that I work for myself and that I have a free life full of time, that I can spend however the fuck I want to. And that should be your goal, in my opinion, So where do you start? I guess you start by actually asking yourself what it is that you really want. Like, what is it that I really want? Is it a mansion by the beach, a Lambo in the driveway? A private jet that flies you everywhere in the world? I mean, is that really what you want? Or maybe you haven't really taken time to actually think about what you want in life. Because, the big dreams, they tend to paralyze you. You tend to put them off and simply think like, I'll never reach that anyways. So, fuck it all together. I'll keep writing it out, Because the other thing just seems so unreachable. You don't think of financial freedom as being something attainable because you associate it with these big things, with these like surreal Wolf of Wall Street kind of lifestyle. And instead of asking yourself what you want, ask yourself, what can I get by on and still be fine? Like, for example, if you hate your job, you hate getting up in the morning when it's still dark and cold outside, taking the subway to work, seeing all these lifeless faces, staring at their phones, all that just to have to, like, a little bit of security and your little IKEA things in your apartment, a big TV, tickets to the game on Saturday, or even spending tons of cash on drinks every weekend, So reframe your mind into thinking what really is your dream? Your top priority, for example, if you feel stuck, don't get me wrong, not for everyone, but if you do feel stuck, definitely your top priority should be getting rid of the job that I have right now, like at all costs. So, what can you get by on? For example, you're willing to trade in comfort and your middle class form of luxury for freedom. Maybe you'd be much happier and able to put your mind into a place where it actually, has the capacity to think outside the box if you didn't have to go to that shitty job anymore. Maybe you have to move into a smaller apartment, even if you have to live in a van, which I actually did for a while. And this actually removed my fear from life. I'm not saying you have to move into a van, but I'm giving you a crass example right now because, it worked for me, but you don't really have to go that far down. Like, you can be smarter about this. This is just the way that I went about it. So living in a van totally removed fear from my life, a certain sense of fear, I guess. Because, where else would I go? Like, where else could I go? What is more rock bottom than that? Living in a van has sort of enabled me to think about what I really want, like really, really want to do in life. Because I was free of fear, and it was totally okay for me to dream of becoming, for example, like a professional photographer or a musician, or actually whatever my mind could come up with. I was able to really, think about if that's what I want to do, not have to do, or, out of reaction to bills that I had to pay, just because I was already living like cheap as hell. And if any of these things, like if music didn't work out, I'd just be back in the van, so who cares? And I guess a big issue that people have with this is looking like a complete loser, right? But really, like, who gives a fuck? I'd rather live in a van and be free and don't spend money on bullshit than slaving away at a job that I hate, just to pay rent for an apartment that is filled with stuff that doesn't really even matter that much to me. Now, don't get me wrong, like, nice things are nice. Like, nice furniture is nice, a nice stereo is nice, but, weighing that against personal freedom and time, I mean, fuck that. Like, seriously, fuck that. It also gives you time to work on the thing that you have to offer to the world. And, people actually start paying you for it too. Again, like photography or music or painting or writing. The next step is just, defining your dreams to make better goals. Not just bigger goals like dream big, fuck dream big. How about like dream right? And be specific as hell about what it is that you really want. So now pulling all the ideas together, be prepared to face adversity. Maybe you have to, lose some of your comfort in life, or you go as far as to live in the van in order to like really find out who you are and what you want and what it is that you maybe even have to offer, And I'm still on that journey, and for one form for me to take action in that is doing this podcast. Like, I don't have a big following, I have like 50 subscribers, like, and I feel dumb at times for posting this or recording this, like sitting here at a table recording this. I feel dumb at times, but overall, I know that what I'm putting out there is valuable, and that's what it comes down to, And I also know that I'm on a journey right now that might take me like 5 to 10 years until I can actually reap what I sow. And I'm absolutely prepared for it, and I'm psyched as hell, All right, thank you guys so much for listening. This is my 3rd podcast, and I think I'm becoming better at this shit. So, yeah.